Hello and welcome back, guys. We are now going to look at your Aussie US dollar. And I want to just go through this again. I know I'll keep reiterating the exact same thing over and over, but I need you to get your head around it, and I need you to understand the concept. Okay, how the bigger the parent controls the child, the chief exec controls the customer service staff. Okay, if you look at it as say, I don't know how many of you own a business or understand the company structure. Consider this is our chief exec. Our monthly chart is our chief exec, and he has a big picture. He knows where he wants the company to go in the next 5 years. He knows, he has an idea of what direction he's flowing in, etc. He dictates what he wants delivered to this guy, which is one of your senior execs. Your senior execs then take this information. Let's say it was this information that he'd given them. He'd said, okay, guys, you know what the big picture is. You can see we're going up and we're expecting a retracement. This senior exec goes, okay, I need to deliver this to my managers, but let me understand it in a little bit more detail so I can break it down into something that even my managers can then break on to their staff to do. So there's a further breakdown, and then we go to the managers that are going, okay, this is what the chief exec shows. This is what this looks like on an exec level, at an exec level. Same thing, more candles, more detail. This one is your daily or your manager in that aspect, showing this retracement back up. But again, even in more detail. So it breaks it down to your customer service staff that say, this is where we're going. I want you to do the bare minimum. This is what I'm asking you to do in detail. Do this small task for me. In on the grander scheme of things, it says this. When it breaks down through the ranks, you get this. Any questions? Either ways, if your chief exec says do something or that you're fired, both of which will be executed almost instantaneously. So again, the bigger time frame controls the smaller. Okay, so let me just head into that monthly chart so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. You can see it's in an uptrend, and the easiest way to always see if you're in an uptrend is to actually draw one. And you can see there's an inner trend line that's gotten broken as well. It's broken and it's heading down to that outer trend line. Okay. Any questions so far? No? Okay, great. All right, now let's go and let's just make sense of this. Okay, that was a deep retracement. Goes up, big retrace. That looks like a 5-0 right there. Shot up a bit. It's gone up, and there. So you could see that A has been taken out. All right. All right. Let's just work back from here because the smaller ones I can barely see unless I zoom in quite closely. I can see his hair and that down here, this and here, or something like that. So you can tell that A has been taken out, so we need to draw new fibs. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. You can see it's still going up, so we're in here. There we go. A to B, C, and it has not hit a D. It pulled back in that sort of that dead zone, not dead zone, that area of resistance right there. When it's generally shy of a 382, where there's some resistance at this 27, has pulled the market back down. based on that, because you know, if you can remember your Ultimate Traders package, you would remember that that this if it breaks the inner trend line, it is more than it has an 80% chance of heading down to the outer trend line. You can see it's almost halfway there, and it keeps doing these. It keeps giving you bearish candlestick formations. Here's one right here. Oops, let's take this out. There's one right here, and here's that test of that candlestick formation, which looks like an additional. It looks like an additional. That's a bullish shooting. That's a bearish shooting star right there. So we are expecting this to again go head down. Let's change the color of this so you know that it's not. I tend to have it blue. Okay. So you can delete all on those. But you know that your next AB is here. A to B. If you draw one set of fibs to keep it on there so you have an idea, will be useful. Otherwise, we're looking at here. So if we had to pull this down, we're expecting some past resistance to be about here, which would line up quite nicely with the outer trend line. We don't know if it's going to break past that yet, but that's where we're looking at now. Okay, let's move on to a weekly chart. Okay, so we just want to analyze this downtrend because we know it's heading down. We just want to analyze what that means. Okay, all right, let's go down. All right. Ooh. I so know what I'm doing right now. Okay, here we go. Oops, still ran off. It's great. Sometimes it can get on your nerves, this magnet tool. Granted, not much gets on my nose, to be fair. All right, so it's hit at 786. It has. So that was our 2.7. That got hit right. Oops. That got hit right here. Alright. Alright, cool. And another deep retracement. And that looks like this one here. Alright. Alright, so it's come tapped into a 5.0, pulling back a bit, but overall trend is down. Now let me just go back and mark this up. So we know, oops, we can see at one glance, where stuff is. Alright. Alright, so alright, let's just go back and okay, so we can see where it's at, what it's doing. Let's just have a quick look on that uptrend. Okay, that looks like that's been taken out. Let's look at this uptrend, see if that uptrend was taken out at all, just to be sure. I haven't actually analyzed this chart in a while, so there we go. That was a deep, yep, there we go. There we go. Alright. No, that's not right. Let's delete this one. Alright. Oops. Ah, it's playing with me now. Alright. Okay. Alright, so it looks like hold on, what's this? Oh, it's up here. All right. So technically, this has not taken out the A on that weekly. So we're technically still in an uptrend on here as well. Okay. So let me just minimize this and draw up my uplines so I don't confuse you guys as well as myself with all of this. All right. All right. There we go. 2, 3, and 4. All right, so we know where it's at. It's currently it tapped in on a 618, heading back up. Has hit some resistance. Let's see what the resistance areas are around that aspect. Yeah. Okay. So we know the overall trend is up. So if we do go down, that we're going down means what for us? Okay. So this is our down. All right, there we go. A to B, A to B, C to D, all right. It goes all the way down here. Ooh, lovely. There we go. Up here, pull it back down. Okay. Barely touched it and then shot down. That's it down here. All right. So this is our new AB from down here. All right, hit the 786. All right. All right, so we're in that down ABCD range right now. It's come up and test that 5.0, actually 618-ish, which means that our projected D on our daily is down here at 85.13. It does look like it's broken a counter trend. And it's coming back up to test, which means that this baby's going down for a little bit. Here we go. Since we don't have much time to do the analysis of the daily, of the 2 hour, I will close here. So technically all we're doing is looking for the next trend of something going down. Uh,